All right, so I'm so excited this morning because the gospel song of the year is what you're listening to, and of course, the woman behind it is the female vocalist of the year, and she's done so well for herself. Last year, this year as well, she's been working really hard, and she has a new one titled Favor, and she's with us here for a conversation. Welcome, Celestine Donkor.
Thank you.
Congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Favor is following you everywhere.
Everywhere.
You look great this morning.
Thank
you're
you. I'm learning from you.
Oh no, yeah, senior sister.
Miss G.
Oh, great to see you. After the launch, we haven't had the conversation on TV.
Yes.
Of course, a lot of people by now have heard the song and all of that.
Yeah.
First off, how is it doing?
Awesome. The views are doing well on YouTube. The download is ongoing, so it's doing great. So far, I think people have heard the song. When people see me, they talk about Favor. It means they're hearing, so that's what we need to hear.
Unfortunately, there's COVID, so you're not making money from shows.
Yes, yes. There's so much shows, but it's not that bad though. You know, for gospel, church is still going on, and Christmas events, a little bit of worship service and Thanksgiving service here and there. So it's working. It's
working. Yeah. And this time around, you decided to go all the way to Kenya.
Yes.
You know, to recruit Evelyn Wanjiru on this project. Yeah. Tell us, I'm sure some people will be hearing for the first time, why you decided to go to Kenya.
Okay, so Evelyn has been my friend for like 3 years, and she's an amazing person. We met in South Africa 3 years ago on Mukululu Bebe's recording. We were both performing on the night, and then we became friends there. She invited me to Kenya a couple of times for her own concert, and I've also brought her to Ghana for Celestial Praise. So I just feel it is time for us to do something together, because through her, the doors of East Africa is open to my music.
Wow.
And I have fans there who reach out to me on Facebook. They want to hear more of my songs there. So I decided that it's just appropriate to get her to do something with her, so that we can also minister to those people in those areas and not leave them out in our recordings.
I saw you do some Kenyan interviews. I'm like, okay, this is beautiful. But let's talk about, you know, most of the time when we're talking to gospel artists, we don't ask them the business value they place on the recordings they do and the projects they do. I like the fact that you said that through her the doors of East Africa has been opened onto you. Did you think of business as well when you said, okay, let's do Evelyn, so that I still would have some relevance in the East African nations?
Well, definitely, because that is very important part of the music as well. I think that she is a very talented person. Most importantly, she is anointed. She has what the song is looking for. Yes. You know, when you write every song, there is a concept you have, and the particular person you think best fits this song, and she's the right person. That's the primary thing for me. And also, she's big in Kenya, and she's somebody who will not hold back. She would also help in pushing the song, and because we cannot do something this powerful and keep it, you know, indoors in the dark. So it's important to also get somebody who has a like mind to also help in pushing it, and she's doing amazingly well. I think so far my statistics tells me that I'm getting the highest views for directly following Ghana is in Kenya.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. So you're doing well in Ghana,
yes,
and after Ghana, Kenya. And of course, there's the Evelyn factor as well. Yeah. Now, let's talk about why you decided to do the song Favor. Yes, you did Agbebolo. You did one other one, Nyami. There's a tree one that you did that right. Uye Mami. You know, right after So well, it was just within some short period, and I decided to do Favor.
Yes.
Why Favor?
Well, let me explain that. On the Agbebolo, or the Bread of Life album, we have the Adumne Umobro, we have the Uye Mami, we have Vega. So all the songs you listed are on the Bread of Life album. So now this Favor is a new track, a new single that is opening the new album. Okay, so just to explain. And so why did we begin with Favor? I think that Favor is a very important subject when it comes to our relationship with God and our belief as Christians. And favor is what has brought you and I where we are. Because, you know, it's a very competitive and challenging world. That, you know, you don't get things because you qualify for. You need some favor to open doors for you. And so favor is what has endorsed us. Favor is what has, you know, given us awards in COVID season. Favor is what has sustained us. And I think that favor needs to be sung about. Favor needs to be, you know, heard, so that everybody else can take advantage of this important subject of the Bible. That the favor of God is real. The favor of God can bring you things you don't deserve. The favor of God can open doors that you haven't knocked. The favor of God will bring you answers to prayers you haven't even prayed. Yes, and that is what favor does. So the message of this song is that, look, with God, there is possibility out of every impossible situation. And that is the subject of favor.
Well, I'm being told that the Adumni Humorbo song is ready. I wanted us to listen to Favor, but let's do that one first. And then later on, we'll hear Favor. You've done a very powerful song. So, like we say, Amfa, the way you expected. This song didn't get the attention that Agbebolo got. Yeah. I don't know if you were disappointed or it's just normal that sometimes you do a very good song yet it doesn't get the maximum attention that it deserves.
Okay, so every song and the nature of the song and how the song is received and how the song also lasts. And so with this, most of the time with this lasting song, they also take time to pick. Yeah. And so we are very well informed of all that. And then also the challenge with having some songs overshadow others on the album is when you rush to release an album, you know, and we need to take our time to like promote a single for like 6 months. Which means that you are talking of 2 songs in a year. And the reason why we go ahead of that and do an album is that people want albums to buy.
Oh, really? I thought people say they don't buy albums anymore.
You know,
is it different? Like, it's different from gospel because people, I hear secular artists say, oh, we don't do albums these days because people hardly buy albums.
Okay, with gospel, it's not as it used to be, but there's still, you know, patronage of albums. And I package my songs on a flash drive, branded Celestine Donkor and all that now. So people love it. And so they don't want to buy a whole pen drive and have one song on it. Exactly. So you need to make it full for them. So you end up putting the song that hasn't been well promoted, you know, on the album. So it feels like people know Agbebolo more than Adumni Humorbo. But those who get to have the drives, the album, and they get to connect with me on YouTube, then they appreciate the beauty of the other songs that perhaps they haven't really heard. So, and it also boils down to finances. You know, it takes much to push one song. So sometimes we focus on one that will actually be the lead of the album, and we give it our all to actually sell the rest of the song. So it's all part of the strategy.
Is it a deliberate thing for you to always do songs that carry, you know, some sort of emotional sentiments, attachment to the songs are very easy? Because I always tell you that Adichemusem is one of my favorites. This also carries some kind of, you know, you're attached emotionally to the song.
It's just the reality of the expression in my heart and in my spirit. And you're not the first person I hear this. I get that a lot. Like how do you write a song? Where do you get? Because there's so much emotions involved. Yes, because first of all, before the song gets out there, it has to minister to me first. I have to feel the goosebumps myself. And so I get to that point before I feel that no, this song will come out and also touch other people because I was touched first. So that is how come it's not just mere emotions, but reality of the lyrics. The message of the song is real, it's true.
And you write all these songs by yourself?
Yes, I do.
Nobody writes for you?
I do. I write myself.
Wow. Now it's time for us to